All right. Well, everyone, welcome. Thank you for that 15 minutes of virtual networking. Brave new world, right? I'm Chris Coutts, 2020 board chair. If I had a do-over, I wouldn't claim 2020 for my resume, but whatever. Here we are. It is 11:45, so I'm going to call the Fauquier Chamber, the annual membership meeting to order, and I just want to welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it was a last-minute switch. We wanted to try and do this on Wednesday, but the weather did not play ball, and as you heard, some of our board members were without power, so we probably wouldn't have been able to pull it off anyway. But thank you so much for joining us on a Friday. Usually, we have some membership business that we do as part of our gala, and we all dress up in our fancy suits and dresses and gowns and show up. Well, this year that didn't happen, right? But next year is our 100th anniversary, and we're going to make up for it next year, right, Marianne Clyde? We're going to have a real celebration.
You bet.
But we did want to finish the year on a just a chance to get together and do some of that business as a membership that we would normally do during the gala. We have to do it virtually, so I want to really thank Carlton, Ginger, and the team for putting this together and helping us make the best of this dumpster fire of a year. Let me just say. But thank you all for joining us. I really, really appreciate it. And I want to start off particularly by thanking our sponsors, those members who have sponsored the Chamber during the year and this event. And we launched fairly recently a spotlight series highlighting some of our members. We have one or two outtakes to share from the recording of those. So I'm going to hand over to Carlton or Ginger, who's going to take it from here.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Ginger has just a brief little video with some of the outtakes when we did our sponsor spotlight series earlier this year. Ginger, do you have that ready?
Hello, fellow citizens. I'm coming to you from the bunker of the Fauquier Bank. Not actually, this is the boardroom. It's just a little bit dark in here for video purposes so I can look as good as possible on camera.
All right, I'm gonna get it short. Got it. I'm Amelia, peace. What do you want to know about me? I'm out. Flippity flip. Ready? And take 55.
I'm back from the bunker. I've been here 7 days. I've had no food.
Mark, where's the Taco Bell?
How was that?
I'm Amelia Stanzel, Junior Commercial Loan Officer. What the hell am I saying?
Sell. Sell right now. Sell it. Do it. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. I'm back. Yes, everything's fine. Don't worry. The market is not tanking. The world is not falling apart. And we're not in the middle of a pandemic.
As you can see, we had a lot of fun recording those. So thank you to our wonderful PATH interns over the summer that helped put that together, Elizabeth Fraser and Lauren Shutt. Back to you, Chris.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for sharing the video, and thanks again to our sponsors. Just a chance to talk a little bit about this past year, and like I said, what a year. But I think there is some good news to share coming out of the year, and so bear with me. I just want to talk a little bit about how we got to where we are right now. this time last year at the gala, I talked about some of the goals that I had for 2020, and one of the focuses that I shared was about building relationships between the chamber and local government and the nonprofit sector, and just how much we could do through collaboration with our educational institutions, our foundations, the county and the town. And then of course, March hit, and we went into survival mode for a period of time. And all these usual events that we have, all the networking, the spring festival and the luncheons and everything just got thrown by the wayside. And we had to figure out, what's this going to look like? What's a membership organization going to look like? Especially given that so many of our members over time were really struggling to figure out how to adapt to the new situation, struggling to figure out how to keep the doors open in some cases of their businesses. And as we got some statistics on what was happening, it was really frightening. And it remains really frightening. I think the picture, there's hope, and there's on the horizon, and there are a lot of great resources which I want to share with you a little bit today. But it's so scary for so many of us, and we're trying to figure out as a chamber how we're going to respond to that and be there for the membership. Our revenue projections just plummeted, and the income that we kind of banked on from the regular events, where we had to rethink how we were going to do things. Make some very, very tough decisions this year, and made those decisions with a lot of thought and a lot of input from all of you, with the goal of trying to maintain the survival of the chamber and our members, our businesses, going forward through this pandemic. A focus from day one has been the business community. And so very, very quickly coming out of the pandemic, we're able to form a collaborative group with a number of partners. And I really want to call out the EDLA and the county, the town of Warrenton, Experience Old Town, Warrenton, the ASBDC, the Mason Enterprise Center, RENI, the Path Foundation. So many partners just came together to form a collaborative group to really focus all our attention and energy on getting resources to businesses, and the county has stepped forward and provided that through CARES Act funding. The town of Warrenton is working on that, and so many other groups have really focused all our attention on that. In some ways, we know it's not enough for many people, but I want to let you know that is something that, as a board and as an organization, that we take so seriously. That's our mission, and our focus is not the survival of our members, but so that our members and the community can thrive. And I want to talk a little bit about that word around as we got into late summer and early fall. We were able to gather as a board and gather some friends together and really think about what is the role and the future of the chamber in supporting this. And we focused on that word thrive. We want our community to thrive. And what that means is really focusing on, we call it the 3 R's, and I think Marianne's gonna talk about that a little bit. But going back to what I said earlier about relationships, working with the nonprofit sector, the businesses, the county, local government, all working together to focus on the needs of our business community. So that's the first R, relationships. Resources. We really think that as a chamber, our focus is on helping helping people find the resources that they need, whether that's information, whether that's contacts, people who are doing similar work, people who might help you out, as a resource center for business. And then the final one is revitalization. We have got to figure out how to revitalize and rethink how we do business in this new world. Maybe it's the same, maybe it takes on a new flavor virtually, maybe it's some kind of hybrid thing. So many outstanding practices and examples of businesses who've adapted. So we're focusing everything we've got around that. And so in some ways, as devastating as it is, this pandemic has made us leaner, stronger, and more focused. And I really want to thank all of you for helping us get to the point where there is light at the end of the tunnel. I'm so excited to not only get done with this year, but hand on a chamber to the membership and the board for next year that I think is in good shape, and I think is really focused on the right things. I'm going to take a minute before I finish up here to introduce our board members. These are our current board members, and then we have 3 of those current board members up for re-election. So what I'm going to do, usually at the gala, we would bring them up on the stage. Well, there's no stage on Zoom. So, but what I would like to do is just mention their names, and if they are present, just give them a minute to say hi. And the first board member is Marianne Clyde, who you
I'm here.
can see over there, Marianne. Kathy Godfrey is our chair from last year. I'm not sure if Kathy was able, I know she's in Florida, but Ray Bernat is on the board. Andy Rose, I know Andy has joined us.
Good morning.
Hey, Andy. Carmen Rivera, I think Carmen had another meeting, so unless she was able to join us. Liz Rose is here. I know she was enjoying the holiday jazz music at the beginning. Hi, Liz.
Good morning.
Lorna McGill, I think I saw Lorna's name.
Good morning.
Hey, Lorna. Roland Owens.
Morning.
Hey, Roland. Sarah Yakel.
Hey there.
Thanks, Sarah. And Will Ashwell. And then we have 3 members who are up for re-election on the board to serve a second term. That's Mark Bogan. I don't know if Mark was able to join us. Michelle Coe and Wes Shortridge. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present the 2021 Board of Directors, as I mentioned, and I would like you to join me in congratulating them. Either applause or send a thumbs up reaction or a wave. I'm just going to give a second to switch to gallery view to do that. But if you would join me in congratulating the Board of Directors for next year.
Hurrah.
Hurrah.
or historically, huzzah.
Thank you all. We adapt on Zoom, right? New ways of doing membership meetings. I also wanted to present the executive slate, the committee for next year. So Marianne Clyde will assume the chair position on the 1st of January, 2021, just a couple more weeks. Can't wait. I'm kidding.
Now, Chris.
Michelle Coe is the chair-elect and will assume that position. I will move as immediate past chair. Wes Shortridge is our secretary. Andy Rose is Vice Chair of Economic Development. We welcome Liz Rose, who will work with councils. Welcome, Liz. And Sarah Yakel is Treasurer. So I want to thank and congratulate the Executive Committee for their service and guidance in advance. So through these very tough times this year and with the major changes in the way we've done business, this board has just provided wise counsel, friendship. They've made very, very difficult decisions. They've weighed a lot of information, a lot of information in making those decisions. They've done it with compassion. They've done it with wisdom. They've done it with deep support for you, the members, and the business community, and every step of the way. And I cannot thank them all enough for the guidance and support. I'm more excited about the future of the chamber than ever before. I would also be remiss if I did not mention the role Margie Markham has played. Margie, thank you so much for your support, your guidance, your wise counsel, answering texts at all times of the day and night, as helping us with this executive function these last few months. And we appreciate your service. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate it. Glad to help.
And I also want to leave you some thoughts about where we are right now. As a member or even a sponsor, you've probably asked, well, you know, what's the chamber doing that's of value? And I want to just tell you that after all that we've gone through, we're a lean, mean fighting machine right now. We've deepened our partnerships with the county. We've deepened our partnerships with the town, with the Path Foundation, Experience Old Town, with the EDLA and other groups. We truly are working together to focus our operations on supporting business so that the entire community can thrive. And so with that, I'm very, very excited to hand over to a great friend, colleague, mentor, Marianne Clyde. And I think the future is in good hands. So Marianne, welcome, and handing over to you.
Thank you so much, Chris. You know, if you all haven't been able to witness this, I want you to know that Chris Coutts has been a strong and stable force for our chamber as we've navigated one of the most difficult years, perhaps in our lifetime. He provided stability and roots that dug deep into the ground and grounded us when circumstances could have uprooted the chamber altogether. We're still in a stable place because of his leadership. And now as we approach 2021, which happens to be the year of our 100th anniversary celebration, I am not only optimistic, but excited about the possibilities for growth for our members of our community. We still have our challenges in the new year, but we've learned a lot. We've adjusted our plans. We've adjusted our ways of doing business so that we're flexible and discovering new ways to connect. And as Chris mentioned, the board has created a fabulous new strategic plan for 2021. And the theme is, the Fauquier Chamber helps the community do business so that we can all thrive. We'll do this, as he mentioned, through relationships, resources, and revitalization. The board has an aggressively optimistic plan to accomplish this. Starting right out of the gate for our 100th anniversary year, our first priority is to help you, our members, increase business through developing more robust relationships and awareness of one another. This will revitalize your businesses and expand our access to resources. You'll be able to do this by increasing your visibility and increase your marketing resources through the chamber. The very first project will be a challenge to increase your social media connections by 100 in 3 different categories. It'll be called the 100 New Engagements Challenge. Now, there'll be clear directions on the Facebook page starting January 4th. But generally what we're going to do is have you go to the Fuck Your Chamber Facebook page. And if you haven't already, like it. And in the comments section, you list your business's top 3 social media addresses. Could be Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, whatever. And then you scroll down to see who else is listed. And from your business address, you like or follow each one that's listed, and they will follow you back. And when you see that you've been followed or liked on any of those platforms, you just simply reciprocate. So 100 new follows for you. I believe Ginger will be providing a worksheet to keep track of your progress in your selected categories that you can just download and use as your progress is documented. You'll need to go back to the Chamber's Facebook page periodically to see who else is signed on and take a few minutes to catch up and keep liking and following throughout the year. It's done through an honor system, and you will self-report when you have liked 100 in each category. And when you have, you just let the Chamber office know and we'll collect the info. Towards the rest of the end of the year, we're going to announce our social media champions, and this will give you a much needed business boost without leaving your couch and without spending a dime. And then to enhance that, the Premier Hospitality team, probably Carlton and Ginger, will post a 4-part video series of training that explain how to use the Chamber's website for your marketing advantage. There are several ways you can promote your business via our website, and possibly you've never even heard of these. At least you've probably not used them. So this is going to also increase your visibility, and Carlton will announce those trainings in January. They'll be via Zoom, so you can attend live, but they'll also be posted on the YouTube page. And they're going to happen in January. So make sure you tune into our new bi-weekly broadcast from the Facebook page of the Chamber. That's going to begin January 12th. They're going to be twice a month on the 2nd and the 4th Tuesdays at 2 p.m. And again, we'll give you another heads up on that as it comes up. But I wanted to tell you about our first live event. Through Zoom, we're going to honor our Business Heroes of the Year, honoring your nominated businesses who you think went above and beyond their normal duties to help or promote other businesses or somehow help the community through our year of COVID. We want to show you how many amazing members we have who do great things for our community. So join us. That will be Wednesday, January 20th at 6 p.m. And again, we'll send notices about that. Now, one of our biggest sponsored events for the 100th year will be our 100-mile challenge. That's going to launch on January 15th. It's going to bring some competition, get some exercise into your lives, and the categories are going to be walking, running, swimming, or biking. So you just have to pick your sport and do 100 miles in the course of 6 months. We'll give you more information on that fun competition a bit later in January. But we want to see every business in our membership rosters participate in that. The plan is to celebrate with t-shirts and prizes at a big outdoor event in mid-July. And that's assuming by then we'll be able to meet in person again. So stay tuned for more details on that. And so that's just January. We have a whole year of celebrating our 100th anniversary with educational opportunities, such as our 100-year Leadership Lunch and Learn series. And we're planning quarterly in-person lunches as well, though I have to admit the first 1 or 2 might be hybrid. 100 Bits of Gratitude Challenge is going to be launched mid-year, and we hope to give you the opportunity to contribute to that and hope to publish it into a book. And then we hope to have a 100 New Member Challenge, which will be headed up and organized by our membership committee, as well as some of the bigger events that we hope to do in person, like Valor Awards in August, or Spring Festival in the fall, in September, October, And our 100-year gala, maybe we can even do that in person, and Business Person of the Year awards in November in 2021. Meanwhile, our councils, the Women's Business Council, the Young Professional, and the Micro Enterprise Council are all planning their events for the new year. They're in the planning stages now, and we will announce them when they know exactly when they're going to be. And our new Vice Chair of Councils, Liz Rose, will be seeking ways to incorporate more inclusiveness and diversity by adding new councils and give more people an opportunity to participate and benefit from the investment we make into our community. And the Chamber provides that for all of you. So we'll be collaborating with the town of Warrenton and the county and all that collaborative partners that Chris had mentioned, and all the big factors in our community. We're going to work together. And as we do that, we are more than grateful that the team at Premier Hospitality are capably and efficiently filling the staffing gaps for us on an interim basis as we move into 2021 to make sure you, our members, receive the care and attention you deserve. And the board's already working on a sustainable plan for staffing that will be carried out as circumstances permit throughout the year. And our past 3 chairs, now Chris Coutts, you can hear him breathe a sigh of relief, Kathy Godfrey and Margie Markham will serve in kind of an advisory capacity as we have executive issues come up. And so together, we will work hard to help the community do business so we all can thrive through relationships, resources, and revitalization. We want to hear from you. We want to see you. And we want to provide plenty of opportunities for you to prosper in 2021. Our 100th year will prove to be our most fun and engaging year yet, and great for your business. So thank you for this opportunity to serve as your Fauquier Chambers Chairman of the Board. And as my very first official action, I would like to call for a motion to adjourn the annual meeting. So somebody raise your hand. There you go, Roland. Do I have a second? I feel like I'm an auctioneer. There
I'll
you go.
second it, yes.
There you go. Thank you, everyone. And all in favor that the annual meeting is adjourned? Just wave, say aye.
Aye.
And just want to wish everybody a really, really blessed holiday season and a very prosperous new year.